Alright lads, what's all this then? I made a video a couple days ago about the DanTDM situation and how sad it was. Basically, he freaking called out Logan Paul, KSI, and Mrbeast for their Lunchables clone, saying, what happened to YouTubers, man? Things used to be different and now they're this, man. I'm old. That was basically the gist, and KSI has been clapping back over and over, kind of spiraling over this seemingly. And now we're watching a new video because the KSI meltdown keeps getting worse by Joe King. I'll take him seriously, even if he's joking. Let's see what this is all about, dude. KSI, everybody's favorite FIFA pack opening YouTuber. We love him.
I've had a lot of time to reflect and really understand everything that's happened and all of my actions. And, you know, first of all, I want to...
apologize for absolutely nothing is what I assume he's gonna say, right?
Now, I don't know how, but the KSI meltdown in response to all this Lunchly stuff is somehow getting worse. This could be a generational YouTuber meltdown, because we've not seen something like this in years. The craziest thing is, though, this came from one single tweet. This guy has genuinely been spiraling for weeks because of one tweet.
He's losing it.
Complaining. I'm just replying to Dan. Am I not allowed to reply to Dan?
Am I not allowed to reply for the next week and a half without you saying I'm mad?
Came at me. Am I not allowed to reply?
He did come at you first, and whatever your opinion on that is, it was just one tweet. Look at all these other tweets you made. On the left here, Exhibit B. Who's more mad? Can't tell.
To Dan? He came at me.
You've probably seen that video from KSI by this point. I think everybody has. The dislike ratio, though, it does speak for itself. And even weeks later, it is still getting worse. You know what? If he maybe laughs a couple more times, maybe this will all go away. Because by the...
Ha 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 ha! Let's go!
Laughing through the pain.
Laughing through the pain, baby.
At this point, he is obviously trying to play it for jokes, because I don't think there's any other way to go about it. But clearly,
I saw his latest tweet yesterday where he was like, hey, pussy, I could destroy you. I'm like, Jesus, okay, well, that is hilarious, in my personal opinion, to call Dan the Diamond Minecraft a pussy to his Twitter handle face. That's funny to me, but also, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? It was just one tweet, bruv. This game looks cool.
Deeply damaged here. Even in the initial video, it does actually come across like a meltdown.
And actually, let's take a step back and look at the whole fucking situation. These motherfuckers are complaining about a lunch kit. That's what this whole thing is about, a lunch kit.
And I'll throw...
I mean, let's not mince words here. It is a lunch kit, but it's a poor excuse for a lunch kit, and it is capitalist greed that is being more, you know, criticized more broadly, and also the state of influencer culture and the world that we live in. I mean, you could just say that he's complaining about a lunch kit, but we can all tell that's disingenuous.
And a reminder, he is 31 years old. If I'm acting like this at 31, just take me outside and batter me, to be honest, because it ain't a good look, and honestly...
Yeah, for real, dude. I'm so happy that I'm younger than that.
Because the way he's reacted to the fair criticism of Lunchly, it kind of flies in the face of everything he's ever said.
This thing I always say, I always just shout legacy. I shout legacy in my head repeatedly, and it just
that's normal.
brings this energy. All the money.
Take your medication,
fame,
bud.
Who gives a fuck? But legacy, that's what.
Legacy.
Yes, this is KSI.
Legacy.
In fairness,
what is KSI's actual legacy? He was most known for being a funny guy, and now he's known for being really famous, and he did boxing and Lunchly.
Mr. KSI, he might have the best legacy when it comes
and
to
the Lamborghini song.
cheap lunch replacement.
That was so
but
fire.
It is beyond parody. Like, I probably don't need to tell you that. I just genuinely think his ego is so unchecked that he doesn't know how to respond when somebody doesn't like what he's doing. This Lunchly stuff, by the way, isn't the only example in recent memory. The writing actually was on the wall, because there's a UK YouTuber called BeardMeatsFood. He actually released a podcast clip about KSI a couple of months ago. With the context we now have, this is pretty crazy.
Bro, love your eating challenges. You know what goes
great with watching it all down? Prime. Let us know the address and we'll give it to you. The Prime Hydration, which KSI is a co-owner of, but I assume he is not writing to BeardMeatsFood podcast sponsorship.
Great with an eating challenge, some Prime to wash it down. Give us your address and phone number so we can send you some. And
You having a bad day?
admittedly, well, my reaction was slightly mischievous, but
You didn't call him a pussy, did you? That would have been out of pocket.
Ethically, I don't like the brand, right? So I'm perfectly entitled to share my opinion with him. Yeah. So I said, perhaps a bit directly, I would rather drink my grand's piss.
What the fuck? And that's fair. It's really not fair. Obviously, that's a rude thing to say, but you're talking to a brand, so who gives a fuck? You didn't exactly write it straight to KSI's doorstep.
It's fair enough, really.
I think he could take that on the chin. He
Not the
literally
greatest drink
takes
ever.
punches on his chin from
They don't know how to
boxers.
take no as an answer. And to be fair, given what KSI used to do when he started YouTube, we should have admittedly maybe seen no one coming.
I guess KSI and Logan Paul's fan club did not take to it very kindly and started sending me lots of abusive things, so which I found equally, if anything, more funny. And he says something like, I'm not going to give that clown the time of day. We tried to get him involved in a Sidemen video, and he didn't want to.
Damn. Unforgivable.
And then something else.
Hope you feel deeply ashamed.
And I felt like
this guy's in a monologue right now.
I regret everything I've done.
I bet you do.
it was a funny thing to me. How big does your ego have to be that it is insulting to you that somebody doesn't want to be in your video?
Ever so
given what
large. Imagine not wanting to be on Sidemen Plus, the Netflix of the future.
Seen in the last couple of weeks, I don't need to tell you this, but his ego is out of control. But that's just
you.
Somebody replied to him that, like, basically, well, if he's already said no to this, why would you try sending him some Prime? If you don't want to be in a video with you, why would you try sending him Prime?
I thought, man, being called a clown by KSI is one of the most ironic things.
Like, it really does just write itself. In DanTDM's case, for example, I personally hadn't heard his name in a while, but ever since this popped off, his stocks are through the roof. You know, he's riding a wave. The funniest thing as well is that if you look at Dan's channel, he is just posting as normal. He said his bit and he moved on. KSI maybe should have done the same thing. He got battered, and again, his reaction doesn't exactly scream legacy.
This guy,
Imagine getting battered. That's going to affect my legacy, don't you think?
this nerdy FIFA player, managed to hang with you. And that, quite frankly, says a lot about your...
Who is he talking to even? Because he's trying to own them by saying that he's owning himself to get at them, and that is an awkward punch around and about through yourself and back to them.
legacy.
I mean, it is funny that he comments on other people's legacy, but that's not even the start of it.
What else you gotta talk? What else? Go on.
An absolute
Tell me more.
disaster class.
Yeah, let's keep reminding Tommy that he didn't win that fight under his Instagram posts or Twitter posts or anything he posts online. And if you see him publicly, you could berate him as well.
Calling for a man to be publicly berated, that is in fairness legacy. Like,
Does that fall above or below being battered publicly?
this
just
video,
wondering.
and you will probably have a better legacy than KSI. That is in fairness not saying much.
I guess berated would be better because that couldn't be verbal.
my stocks are on the floor.
I will
Again,
simply not be investing in KSI.
nothing screams legacy like doing a crypto rug pull on your own fans. It's beyond parody. Like, you just cannot write this
Well,
stuff.
doesn't he do that for fun? Well, not necessarily the rug pull part, but I thought he had like a whole separate crypto Twitter or some shit. Is that even him? How do I know? Fucked it, Lamau, long time. I guess you would never know. But I've seen it before somewhere, for some reason.
The craziest thing is, if there was the lowest amount of humility here, I feel like people would hear him out. If he took the criticism on the chin, I feel like people would respect that from him. As we know, though, that's not what happened, so we'll run it back to the apology, because it is so bad.
I want to say so.
I fucking know it, dude. How are you gonna get me all riled up to hear some sincerity and then pull the rug right out from under me like I'm a goddamn Bitcoin or something worse? And more fantastical. But like worse, like a fantasy, like a fake currency type shit.
Hey, yo,
Are you seeing through my
drink
ruse?
Prime and eat Lunchly, motherfucker.
Didn't Logan Paul just plug this at his child's birth yesterday as well? You guys are having some interesting guerrilla marketing campaigns here. I don't like you. I don't like you guys. I don't like
Stay
you.
mad, DanTDM fans. Womp womp.
That's me.
This thing I always say, I always just shout
Legacy.
I shout legacy
Launch up
in
both.
my head. Repeat.
Launch up
Yeah,
bow.
I mean, I don't need to tell you, there is just zero humility, and he genuinely thinks he's right, and it's just so funny, because you go back to the initial announcements, and it is just so fake, where these guys were gassing up Lunchly, like, I'm not actually sure they're real humans at this point.
I have an idea, and I think it's a good idea, but I want to text it to you. I want to see your reactions.
Oh my god.
I think it's the next chapter.
Whoa.
All the money, fame, well, who gives a fuck?
Holy
But legacy,
shit.
that's what-
On my beanie, pepperoni on the walls. Cheesy on my beanie and some salsa on my balls.
Pizza pasta, put it in my balls.
People go, Yes, this is KSI. This is KSI.
Now it's a product, but when you make your whole identity a product, you know, it does kind of become your legacy, whether you like it or not really. And I think we might be past the point of no return. He has become Logan Paul, and to be fair, who could have seen this coming?
So imagine being a motherfucker who's angry that we made this. Crackers, bro? You mad cause we made crackers? This.
Well, you didn't make the crackers, brother. You just put them in the thing with the chocolate bar and the other shit that was already there. This sucks.
It's a turkey, real
yes,
cheese
I
and
am.
cracker
I'm
stack.
angry. Looks
the
like
funniest
shit.
thing is, despite the theatrics, basically every review of Lunchly says it's identical to Lunchables. Like, I wish I was exaggerating, but this is the consensus.
They're basically the same fucking thing. They look different, but they basically taste the exact same. Like, the cheese here is a completely different color, and guess what? They probably both use food coloring in these. It's basically the fucking same. I'm sorry.
Bro,
fucking Logan Paul can't even palate it because he's so rich and out of touch. He's never had such a low quality processed piece of shit before. KSI is like, eh.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, they did talk about the freaking pregnant thing. I am a
you know what? I've
genie.
been hating for far too long. It is now time to be positive. Logan Paul finally created something good. He created life.
That's debatable.
I'm Lunchly Paul to the world. I think I speak for everyone when I say congratulations, Logan. Unfortunately, because he turned the birthing room into a Lunchly ad.
It's so cringe, bro. And on Snapchat, where they're probably getting a $40 CPM because there's 10 ads between each picture.
I was joking. I really wish I was joking. You kind of got to see it to believe it, to be fair. I turned the hospital room into a vibe.
Into a vibe, but it's like the most... Brother,
Even
you
in the
came up with
background,
this
you can see those
right
two
now.
Lunchly boxes. I mean, if
Your
there's
manager
anything
brought these string lights. 100%.
real about Logan Paul's
There was no
marketing,
effort
then this
put in, and you monetized your baby as it poked its head into this horrible capitalistic hellscape world, which is rather cringe, but not the worst thing he's ever done. Shout out Joe King, dude. This was a good video. How do you guys feel about DanTDM versus KSI versus the world? I think they should box, but also I don't think they're in the same weight class, and I don't think the British should fight each other. You're on the same team, buckos.